Welcome to the first HMS Diomede video. I'm Tony Hogg and have had the pleasure of being Diomede's commanding officer since August last year, 1987. As you know, we spent 5 months in the Falklands before Christmas. Much of this was in very rough weather, was uncomfortable and rather tedious. On the other hand, the unforgettable experience of South Georgia and the Falklands wildlife triggered us to record on video that part of our deployment. This idea grew in the capable hands of Chief Petty Officer Barry Cocking and Petty Officer Storr's assistant Scouse Hoyland to produce a longer video to include more of our Falklands experiences, together with that memorable occasion before my time under the command of Godfrey Kent, when HMS Diomede received the freedom of the borough of Langbaugh. Sadly, this happy ship, the fourth in the line, is due to be sold in May this year. I hope this collection of memories will serve as a permanent reminder to you of HMS Diomede.
Before visiting Langbaugh in 1987, several sponsored events were held to raise money for Elrem Stewart, who had been paralysed during an accident ashore in the West Indies in 1986. The major event was a sponsored cycle ride from Portsmouth to Langbaugh to meet the ship on arrival, and well over £2,000 was raised in all. Diomede made its first visit to the borough of Langbaugh in 1979, but didn't visit again until 1986, where the ship was welcomed again in the friendly manner of the people.
Grants to the officers and ship's company of HMS Diomede the right, privilege and honour of marching through the streets of the said borough on all ceremonial occasions with bayonets fixed, colours flying, and bands playing. 2, that the mayor and the town clerk be authorised to cause the common seal of the council to be affixed to the certificate of conferment of the said rights.
1987 saw Commander Godfrey Kent accept the freedom of the borough, and the ship exercised its right of marching with bayonets fixed, colours flying and bands playing. The scroll was carried by Master-at-Arms Hinks, followed by the colour and the guard led by Lieutenant Eddie King.
Guard fighting!
Then, in July 1987, we deployed. The first port of call was Gibraltar, which was to be our last run ashore before the South Atlantic. On the way down, we took the camera around the ship to give you some idea of the cramped conditions experienced by all.
I've never seen him smile so much since this thing started going round.
Sweat out, yeah. Get all the boxes.
What are you getting on free, is it?
The deployment was the ideal time to get fit, and many tried.
Sorry?
Running is always difficult at sea, as LROG Trotman found, always at the back. Chief Cockings looks like he needs a helping hand again. And the flight commander having his first taste of real work. Unfortunately, the time ran out and the ship arrived at Gibraltar. The story behind the rock apes is that once they leave, Gibraltar will fall. Consequently, they are a protected species on the rock. The weather was perfect, but unfortunately the beaches were packed as it was a bank holiday weekend. We also managed to see a lot of the locals. It was a very good time to play sport, and here we have the ME Junior-8s versus the ME Senior-8s.
Yeah, the bloody chestnuts coming out of this stuff. People falling over.
LMEA Scott came off rather the worse when he tried to head the ground. The outcome is not important. It's the after-match debrief that really is. From Gibraltar, we proceeded south, where the Bears came on board from the court of King Neptune to summon those who had not been into his domain before. The King and Queen were welcomed on board as the ship crossed the equator. The ceremony follows a set pattern. Judge Hun tries them for the offences against the King, Barber Cowan shaves them, and Surgeon Cutter treats them. And then they are welcomed into the kingdom of King Neptune by the friendly Bears. followed by the far too smooth Lieutenant Steve Unsworth.
One thing we don't know about...
Leading Regulator Mulgrew, the ship's policeman, for once gets a taste of his own medicine.
And we're talking ugly, aren't we? Before he goes in, there has to be a definite verdict from there. Yeah, what a verdict! Verdict coming up.
Oh, cheers, boss. Hold on, Corbett. Sorry, I'm just following off.
They let him up. No, they haven't. About them crossing the line. A bare-faced lie.
And then POMEA Larry Lamb, who decided he couldn't wait and came back for seconds.
Put it back! I'm afraid that man has got to come back. He's the only one that likes the sweeties we're giving him. Say ah! Say ah!
Sergeant! Give him another pill!
Oh, another pill! Another pill!
I think John's too much, don't you?
Brown! Brown!
We proceeded on a slow passage to Ascension, where we had only 6 hours each to enjoy the last of the sun and take advantage of the sporting facilities. Here's the Waterham tug-of-war team losing convincingly to the WE junior race. I'll let you watch the action and encouragement by one of our oldest men on board, our own Chief Cockings, and by one of the larger junior rates, leading seaman Smudge Smith.
Well done, lads. Just hold them. Get down, Luke. Oh, Kim Mills! Hold them!
The eventual winners were 2 Delta PO's mess, encouraged by PO Missman Lou Armstrong. Although, in a return match, 2 Lima petty officers beat them.
Hold on, come on. You're halfway.
Hold it, Andy.
Stand by! Stand back! Stand back! Stand back! Stand back! Stand back! Hold on! Stand back! Stand back! Yes, well done, lads.
Stay.
Oh, we're on. Really? Hang on. Clubs. I wasn't smiling there.
The Falklands and the dreaded Mount Pleasant Airport, where newcomers are welcomed by a penguin and a reminder of the war. A Chinook coming into land, known locally as a whacker. And the resident infantry platoon, the Devon and Dorset Regiment, embark for an exercise. It's a 7-mile journey from MPA to East Cove and 34 miles to Port Stanley.
That bloody flag tonight.
Which one's that?
One outside the job.
Does it fly all the time?
Yep.
Really good idea, that, Andrew. Really good idea, that, Andrew.
I'm going for that tonight. Full combat gear. Back face, corner over the fences. With it when nobody's looking.
Probably shot by self-shot.
No, I'll leave.
Nah, you won't get shot. You might get bitten to death, but you won't get shot. Yeah, that's right. Over again.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Stanley.
A nice picture of the RAF communicating with others of their own level. Many of us bought gizzets from the local shops and met the locals in one of Stanley's 2 pubs.
The great metropolis, Port Stanley, smaller than North End, but it is the capital and does boast a cathedral complete with tin roof.
The Army and the RAF also have facilities for adventurous training, where there was a chance to canoe, walk and shoot at rock climbers. South Georgia was exceptional, but I'll let you see for yourself, courtesy of the ship's helicopter. Shackleton's grave is at Grytviken, in memory of his trek from one side of the island to the other with very limited equipment. Petrel is one of 3 whalers at Grytviken. Unfortunately, they have all succumbed to the weather or to vandals.
Even the majestic king penguin, which thrives in this harsh southern climate, has problems staying upright. An elephant seal, or is it leading seaman Smith?
Flying over Grytviken, you can see the church, which has been beautifully restored by visiting ships. And King Edward Point, where the Resident Infantry Company live in the old British Antarctic Survey buildings. We moved halfway through the visit to Stromness, where we berthed alongside our tanker Blue Rover. Early the next morning we moved again to Leith, the least spoilt of the stations. Towards the end of the trip, we moved back round again to Grytviken and moved into one of the bays to see a glacier.
Yeah? Hold on.
Back to the tube writer. Tube writer's in as well. Get the tube writer. This is the tube writer. Nuke of the North.
In there somewhere.
Oh! Tube writer's out of play as well.
Steady at 1.5 cables from the face, sir.
The captain took the ship to just over 200 yards off to give us an idea of the size. On the return journey to the Falkland Islands, the helicopter made a visit to the British Antarctic Survey on Bird Island in deteriorating weather conditions. On leaving the Falklands, we visited Montevideo, as the first British warship to visit since 1982. It was predominantly official, but there was time to get ashore and taste the local fare. Here's the official ceremony at General Artiga's mausoleum, where Commander Hogg laid a wreath in honor of Uruguay's national hero.
What should we sing? It's a sound as well. Right. The sailors really enjoy themselves. That's it, it's all yours.
And so, there it is. Another day at sea draws to a close, and much to everyone's relief, another long deployment. Despite all the trials and tribulations, and the prospect of a warm welcome home awaiting us, this is one deployment that, one way or the other, few will forget in a hurry. Lastly, we must pass on our thanks to MEM Scott, our hotshot cameraman, for his efforts in filming this video.